Nagabenta ki khubor baman kasngi pet but subscribe ya u Antor News. Kubleye phi baro kini kilong ki khubor bamta kasngi. Ka Sorkar jala kan pentrei kamno da ka QR code agimar ba fer bladi da katnat excise ka jala bantem ye kajing lat kai bat ban kentiu ye kajing penmi khajna da san haduch popes and shimrai ka kan hun mentri mena ka absan trek unai lur. Ukonrat kisang mahabe kran bakilat pathai kubor ka kinhun menteri kala menjuri ka jing terwa ban bu no da ki QR code ye ki mar ba pher beladi da katran excise kani kamut ba man ki bitor ki bandi hame khalaya kindon no ya ki QR code ka Sorkar ka bakmi lenti ba kani kan kintiu hapreng san person haruch pho person ka jing penmi khajna bar ka jing temi ki jing lat tu ki khajna ki badan menta ha ka rukam traikam da ka ba pyndonkam ya ka QR code Kei ka bangila le hakis nembala le no kila yarap yangi ta kadau menta ka jingpen mi khajna kala kiu hadu laisha haba yanu jori ka ei ka blang ha usnem arajar khan nyo ngila kiu laisha aka jingpen mi khajna na markis sinjam mingla shim hagini ki sans nembala le no ngi kermen bakane ru kan de ka we ka sinjam ban pethu ye ka jinglat tu ka khajna barkan sayarap banang kentiu ye ka jingpen mi khajna ong umentri rangba Ka kinhun menteri kala ai jing menjuri ka jing terwa ban ai no da ka composite license Shaki Hotel. Shwa ka license la ai Shaki Hotel haba pensyong nongrim na ki restaurant la ni ki bar ka bamut la da ka hotel ka dan sau teli ki bar la ni sau teli ki restaurant kin ha ban shim hadu sau teli ki license. Ula pentip bakane gari ka amendment bala terwa da ka tanat excise ya ka bala menjur da ka kinhun menteri.
Was to bring up certain changes in certain rules of the excise department. Without going into the technicalities, I will just briefly explain what these rules are. The first rule that we have changed and provisions that we have brought in is for the concept of what we call a composite license. This is being done in view of the different hotels and especially the five-star hotels that have come up and that are going to come up in the future to give it a more structured system. Earlier, the licenses that were given to the different hotels were based on the restaurant or the bars, which means that if a particular hotel had 4 bars or 4 restaurants, then they would have to take 4 different licenses for each of these different restaurants or bars if they wanted to serve license. So the idea is to give one composite license to the entire entity so that they don't have to apply for separate licenses. And obviously the charges for these are going to be higher compared to the normal bar licenses, and that is the amendment that was proposed today by the excise department, and we have cleared that. And so the proposal for composite license for hotels has been cleared today by the cabinet. Also, we have cleared the proposal by the excise department to have a QR code based tracking system for the different products being sold by the excise department, which basically in simple terms means that every bottle that is going to be sold in Meghalaya is going to have a QR code tracking QR code on it. This will help us to track the the entire journey or whatever you call it of the bottle, so that we know exactly where it had, which shop it was supposed to be sold, if there is any leakage in the system. So we'll be able to track this entire system, and we are expecting that this will have anything between 5% to 10% of impact on the overall revenue, and the leakage that we are seeing in today's system will be plugged by the use of the QR code technology. And this is one thing that we have been wanting to implement in the excise department, and we are happy that today this has been cleared by and approved by the cabinet, and we'll take this forward. What happens is that we're not saying that or blaming anybody here, but obviously in a system that is so large, we need a proper monitoring mechanism. Right now, today, if a particular bottle reaches somewhere, there's no way for us to track where that bottle originated, or who was the retailer who was supposed to sell that or it was assigned to, and therefore we could not track that whether that particular material was meant to be in that particular location or not. Now, with the QR code system that we're going to put in, we will be able to actually track where this bottle originated, in which particular bond, and which particular retail shop, and how it reached that particular location where it should or should not have reached. So you can imagine now that if you find a bottle that's not meant to be where it is, then or maybe being sold in the black market, or being sold at night somewhere, in something, we will be able to actually then track back and say that, well, it's this shop that was actually giving out this particular. So that's how the system is going to work. So it's going to be, we are expecting, and we could go wrong in the terms of numbers, plus minus here and there. That's why I was very broad in terms of my numbers. I said anything between 5% to 10% of revenue is expected to be increased, and we expect that that is the kind of impact this would have. It could be even far beyond that. It could be even beyond 10%. I really don't know right now. Until we don't do this, it'll be difficult for us to. But this is the ballpark figure that has been given by the department to me, that we are looking at anything between 5% to 10% of revenue increase once we are able to implement this.
Sir, is this the main?
Behind the entire process to ensure that the revenue that the state is supposed to get, that there should not be any leakage. Whatever we have done in the past has helped us. That's why today, our revenue has gone up almost 3 times compared to what it was in 2017. We are, at 3 times higher revenue compared to that because of the steps we took in the last 5 years. We are hopeful that this will again be another step forward in monitoring the leakages, and we're hopeful that we'll be able to increase that revenue.